Good morning, this is Sarah, your healthy carnivore in the UK, with my 2 top tips for surviving the first 30 days of the carnivore diet. This video is for the people who just can't get to 30 days. You know, there's a myth going around in the carnivore space that once you've found carnivore, you're done. You're going to get to 30 days, 60, 90, you're going to be doing it 10 years, you'll never go back. That's not true, is it? There are loads and loads of people, probably thousands of people by now, that have thought about doing the carnivore diet, got started, and didn't even get past day 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my 2 top tips for getting through to 30 days. What happens after that? Don't think about it. Because I know that a lot of people only watch a few minutes of each video, I'm going to give you the 2 top tips right down below, and they're going to stay on the screen for the whole video. And then we're going to talk about those 2 top tips afterwards. So here they come. Number 1, eat fatty, slightly salty meat like it's your job. Okay. Tip number 2, hide your bathroom scales, and while you're at it, the kitchen clock as well, so that you're not eating by the clock. If you follow these 2 important rules, fatty, slightly salty meat as much as possible, without hesitation, and hide the bathroom scales and maybe throw in the kitchen clock at the same time, you will get to 30 days if it's the right time for you. If those 2 things still sound daunting, maybe you still haven't reached rock bottom yet, maybe you're not desperate enough. Because if you have hit rock bottom and you are desperate, those 2 tips will get you through. If you want to hear it said in a different way, in the description, I'm going to pop a link to my friend Mitch at Old Guy Carnivore, who his video there may be more than one, and if I can find more than one, I'll pop them in there as well. Those 2 tips got me through and got me to the place where I'm now at, out the other side, firing on all 4 cylinders and absolutely fighting. This video is going to be episode 1 of a adaptation series. Adaptation being fat adaptation. If you are someone who struggles to fat adapt and stay true for as long as it takes to fat adapt, this is the first episode. I think it's very important, and I think many long-term carnivores will say the same thing. The first 30 days is essential, and what this is for is the people that can't get to the end of the 30 days. Now, with the step 1, this is talking about how we can burn our body fat for fuel. But first of all, we have to train it up. The body has spent a long time for most of us, not burning body fat for fuel. So it has forgotten, but it will know what to do if you put it in the right environment. But it's important that we eat fatty meat, really fatty meat, for a minimum of 30 days, and ideally keep eating fatty meat. But for those 30 days is all we're talking about right now, okay? You've got to train your body up, and you are going to feel very sluggish and very tired and very out of kilter if you don't get fatty, slightly salted meat in your first 30 days. And you will quit because you have life going on in the background. You know, we're not all privileged enough that we can just take 30 days out of our life to do this. Some of us are doing this while we're working, with the kids, with irritations and stress going on. And if your body is sluggish because you are not giving it the right electrolytes and enough fat, you're going to quit because you feel shit. So you've got to give it as much fat as you can. Yes, the first 4 or 5 days are going to be the hardest, but after that, while you're waiting to fat adapt, keep going with the fatty meat. Every day will become easier than the day before, and we'll get you fat adapted. The second point, why do we need to hide the scales? Now, this is extremely important for people like me and for women, mostly women. It's not always, but for women over 40 or 45, our bodies may have come to the point where they just can't lose weight. Sound familiar? Anything you do, I can't lose weight. I've even heard women in their 20s and 30s saying that now, because the diets that we've all been following for the last few decades have got so bad that even women in their 20s and 30s are finding that nothing's working. That's how bad the diet has got for us. So we need to stay away from the scales. Step 2, put the bathroom scales away, in the bin preferably. I've decided myself that I'm only going to weigh myself on 100-day increments. I am not allowed to weigh myself until I get to 100 days. Why? Because in the first 30 days, your body is not burning fat. It won't, because it's forgotten how to. You are training it. You're training it. At the moment, during that first 30 days, your body thinks it's starving itself. Think I'm joking? Those fat cells need to figure out. So we need to get out of their way while they figure it out, okay? So weighing yourself will not, for most people, produce good results. Some people who've got a lot of weight to lose may have a lot of inflammation in their body, a lot of water weight stored, and yes, they will drop probably a pound a day in those first 30 days. But people that don't have a massive amount of inflammation to lose, but just have fat to lose, like me and many others, weighing yourself in the 30 days will make you quit, because there'll be a 2-pound gain one day, there'll be a maintain. My body's got to the point where in the first 30 days, it will not lose an ounce. And I know that I have to stay away from those scales, because we've all done it, haven't we? We've all got on the scales, it stayed the same. You've got in the shower, you've thought, that's fine, that's fine. I don't expect anything else from my body at my age, that's fine. But over the course of the day, that will eat away at you, and you will eventually binge, because you're feeling tired because you're not fat adapted yet. You're feeling disappointed because everyone else seems to lose weight and you haven't. You're tired, you're at work, you're sitting in the staff room with a black coffee, just thinking that your life's the worst ever. Somebody walks in with an enormous, great big something, X, Y, or Z, that you used to love the taste of, and probably do still love the taste of, because your body hasn't got the right chemistry yet. You're going to eat it. You're going to eat it because you're now, I can't lose weight no matter what I do. I'm tired. I'm pissed off. That looks lovely. Done. Bang. Didn't get to 30 days. Again. So let's have a recap. Eat fatty meat as much as you can, like it's your job. Like, eat it like a boss. Get some decent rock salt, possibly electrolytes on top if you really struggle with adaptation. Don't overdo it with salt, but just make sure you get enough to keep the electrolytes happy in your body. If you're not sure what electrolytes are, I'll do another video on that, and there's millions of them on YouTube. Second job, your weight is none of your business in that first 30 days. What you weigh is none of your business. It's none of my business, and it's none of your business. And if, like me, you lose weight due to impatience, because anytime I've fallen off the wagon before, it's impatience. I'm not losing weight. I can't wait to get to fat adaptation. I may not even lose weight. What if it takes me 10 months, 12 months, 14 months, 16 months? I'm not going to do it. I'm not even going to start, because I am so disappointed with myself, because I don't know how long it's going to take. Now, for most people, here's the good news. For most people, the majority of people, you will become fat adapted between 4 and 12 weeks. It's not a very long time to wait. Those 12 weeks are going to go by whatever you do. But how amazing to get to 12 weeks and you've done it, rather than get to the 12 weeks and you didn't do it. Night and day, light and dark. But we're talking about those first 30 days, how to get through. And that's how. That is how. If you are able to start it at the beginning of a summer holiday where you have got some time off, so much the better. But failing that, we're going to do it in the real world. And so we need 2 of the easiest steps possible for success. That's mostly all I want to say. I'm just going to pause the video now while I think of anything else that I wanted to say. Because the ultimate aim for anyone doing carnivore is total body healing, and the body is not going to do that in the first couple of weeks. For many of us, we've messed about for so many years. Our body has got into a complete state of confusion. Every morning when we wake up, your body is in healing mode and it thinks, great, I'm going to heal now. And then we go and throw something crap into our mouth. Bang, healing finished. Body's now dealing with whatever it is you've just put down there. We need to get out of our own body's way. The body has a remarkable capacity for self-healing. Most people don't know this. Most people walking down the street do not realize that the human body, people have got so used to hearing about disease and medication and problems and pain that they just think that all of those things are just an inevitable sign of aging, when in reality, our bodies have an incredible capacity for healing. And all we have to do, it sounds simple, and it is really, when you break it down into basic terms, we've just got to get out of its way and it will heal. And it will heal from a myriad of different things. Look out for my 101 reasons to do carnivore video, which I'm probably going to end up doing this week. I was going to do it later, but I've now got my 101 reasons. And as I've got a bit of time on my hands before going back to work on Monday, I think I'm just going to throw that video out and then maybe do another one later on with a bit more waffle in between. But it's just going to be snappy, 101 reasons why we need to be doing the carnivore diet and why it's so good. So really, yeah. So back to those 2 points. Eat fatty, slightly salty meat like it's your job, like you're the boss of meat, anytime. I don't care if you need to gain £5 or £10 in that first 30 days. You eat like it's your job. And number 2, get rid of those bathroom scales and the clock in the kitchen and thrive. So that's the end of the video. So I look forward to doing part 2 of my adaptation season soon. You take care, guys. Bye.